All right, Sherdog.com. Ant Walker here with Andre Ewell, who is known as Mr. Highlight. He is going to be fighting Anderson Dos Santos June 22nd in Greenville, South Carolina. So, first of all, Mr. Highlight, Dre, my man, how are you been doing?
I'm doing pretty good, pretty good. But I'm not gonna lie though, we gotta tell the world we changed the name today. I'm going back to my normal,
All right.
because Mr. Highlight. I promise you, the first time I heard that, I thought that they were over announcing in and out. I promise you, I was like, yep, that's just not me. I was like, I'm gonna have to change this name. So I've been like this whole time, been trying like, hey, you guys change it, but no one's hearing the call. But hopefully now people end up hearing that. So
All right.
I'm going with the word day, man. I promise you. But I've
So
been
you
good
heard it
though.
live and exclusive on Sherdog.com. Andre Day Ewell.
There it is.
I did notice some changes on the social media on just seeing the DAII. I've been noticing that a lot more. So I'm glad we got a little clarification on that end, man. So
Perfect.
good, man. So it's good to see you in good spirits, man. I know you had a hard loss at UFC 232. What was it like, dealing with that first UFC loss and just the recovery back to form for June 22nd?
Well, dealing with the loss, not going to end up lying. It hit me, but not the way that most people end up knowing or understanding. Just the factors in it wasn't really over the loss. It was really the factors in me having court basically 3 weeks later for my son and everything. And I'll tell you that it was basically 3 days after my birthday. So it was kind of like a lot heavy hitting that whole January month. So like I was dealing with like offsetting situations, and that whole fight definitely wasn't me. So all the people that do know me and know my style or knew, from watching my career from the beginning on the whole MMA, they knew it wasn't me. So I was actually happy for that, for the people that did know about me. But I just feel bad for the people where it got to where the worldwide and everybody's looking, they don't know much, and in their eyes, it's like, dang, this is what he ends up bringing to the table. So I guess you could say that ended up hitting me a little bit more than what happened that night. But how it took it and that whole recovery of, you could just sit there and say it kind of took me into like another little dark spot again. But I worked my way out of it, trained, and right now, as in the good spirits, telling me it's looking forward for the future, as in looking better, making things better, and constantly send out more positive energy where it ends up coming back to me. So besides or on that situation, it's just me pushing forward, man. Me pushing forward and me training harder and me going out there to uh, hopefully help or everybody understand that my apologies is dealt with my fist. So with this next fight, I want everybody to know that this is going to be the me. This is going to be everything on set. This is going to be bringing out, as in, like I said, the apology to the world of my last performance to my new performance. So hopefully everybody accept my fist. So yeah,
See, I'll
definitely.
take your word for it. I don't want to endure the fist, but I'll take your word for it on that. So one thing that I've definitely noticed about you in our past interactions, like you do tend to look at the positive of things and move forward accordingly. So with so much negativity, with the loss, with the custody battle with your son and everything, like what's been the driving force to get you back on track, get you ready to get back to your career and correcting some things in life?
Truly, it's the hunger, man. Automatically building a legacy. So when I have that chance to actually be in my son's life, and him being in mine, that he'll understand that everything that I've been doing has been for him. Trying to build something where he ends up having when I end up leaving. Uh, so that's like really everything that I'm honestly pushing forward for is something that he can have. You know, and and also if I have any future kids coming in the future, they have something as well. But right now, since my son's my only one that I do have, it's that's what we're looking for, is building something for him to have when I end up passing, and for the future. So that's how I end up looking at it. That's the, what we can call it, the the push, the drive that I need in my life right now. And so obviously, and then to add into the funk is letting the world know that I'm great. You know, I'm awesome and I honestly do amazing things. So, and I want to be the people's champ. So for me to be the people's champ, I got to do people's stuff, as in staying close to the communities, keeping myself humbled and staying with that full drive to be the best. And that's something I'm automatically good. I'm very competitive. That's how I can look at it.
One thing I did notice on, I believe it was Facebook that I saw this. I saw a kid that was saying that you were their favorite UFC fighter.
Oh,
It was a young man who said, he said Andre Ewell is the guy. Andre Ewell is my favorite fighter. So can you just shed some light on the backstory on this? Who is this kid? Who is this number one fan of yours?
number one fan. Actually, it's like there's two of them. It's the one of my buddies I went to school with. Kids, first fight that they seen was me, and and I could already end up hearing like his name is Alex. The dad's name's Alex and everything. He runs his own AM plumbing, so I'm end up shooting that out and shouting that out. He's somebody that honestly believed in me from the beginning of my career, and was also helping pushing him and his wife. So that whole family is like nothing but love there. So anytime they end up seeing me, it's just like, me seeing them is the same. So them over here driving it, it's them they come, they see me, and the dad speaks, and they just end up believing. They end up seeing a lot of fights, and it's like, I am the one that brings excitement. I'm very exciting. So it's like one of those little add bonus to the whole table. Hey, you're doing amazing things. So that's like me pulling off on that back drive of that story. So great family. Love them, actually.
All right. And hearing you shout out a local business. It looks like you've been touching some businesses lately. I've been seeing you sporting some clothing gear. I've seen you with some look like some top shelf tequila as well. Uh,
Oh,
yeah, you look like you've been doing it, man. So business wise, is this look in the UFC now? It seems to be opening up new doors for you on that side. Are you seeing yourself becoming more so that spokesman, that pitchman for a lot of these businesses out here?
oh, definitely, definitely. Right now it's like I ended up saying for like the whole tequila thing that ended up opening up the door for basically worldwide for everything. Still in the works of trying to get it to where the world gets to honestly have that chance to taste what I get to taste. You know, um, but it has opened up the door for a lot of other extra businesses. Like now, I don't even want to sit there and say like Dynasty, but Dynasty was someone that's believed in what I was doing in the beginning. So that just came more of a open opportunity for me to automatically showcase what they have, and their brand being on top of this silk super body of 35. You feel me? But no, so yeah, it's like I promise you, it's like opening up the doors for a lot of stuff, and eventually, hopefully, in the future, it ends up leading me into like being in like movies. I want to be like that Bruce Lee status. Like, like I made a little post of like the yellow suit where you had like Bruce Lee, Bruce Leroy, and then even Kill Bill, the lady, and then you got me. So that's like the big four, and people are not understanding that right now. I'm like, I'm laying it down where I'm saying the big four, but it's going to pick up about later on, probably like 3 to 2 months, where it'd be like, oh no, he's like that Bruce Lee status, Fist of Fury, the Dragon Fist type stuff. Like I'm trying to be that guy. I'm trying to definitely be that guy. Actually, I'm not trying. I will be that guy. So people's champs all the way. Is that?
Nice. Nice. So your first foray into Bruce Lee life for June 22nd, man, against Anderson Dos Santos. How are you dealing with the training camp for this fight? I heard from a little birdie that the last fight you suffered an injury either during it or right before. Are you all healed up and everything's going according to plan now?
Definitely, definitely. We even, because during that whole little session, we ended up building up the old gym, turned into the house. So it's the house MMA. Uh, with that whole package, we ended up getting a whole new jiu-jitsu coach named Sean, or Professor Sean. Uh, I promise you, when they say Professor Sean, it's like the word professor. He breaks things down to like a full chemist of what you need, and where he breaks down the whys, and the whys ends up turning into answers. So with him bringing him into the team, it's automatically a benefit, and it's automatically pushing. So because with his package, it came in with like Jalen Turner, and which that's a good buddy of mine. So we have the chance to work with him, and original super team that we already have. So everybody, simply everything that's honestly where you can picture it's all coming together. And it's like what the saying is, it's coming together like butt cheeks. But so I got flat cheeks. So I'm just saying, it's more like a hand to the butt cheeks. But everything's coming together, man. Because like and it's like even the best timing because the opponent that I have is a black belt from Brazil, Sao Paulo, actually. So and and I already know what he's ended up bringing to the table, and we already know what he wants to do. So it's going to be a very exciting show, and that's something I honestly want to bring to the table and let everybody understand that I'm bringing excitement. I want to be that excitement. I want to be Mr. Entertainment, and anytime you say my name, entertainment should follow up on that. Or hey, anything that goes and says, hey, that's Day right there. Yeah, he's very entertaining. Fills up in the blanks and everything.
Mm-hmm. So you are in one of the more entertaining divisions right now. Bantamweight has seen a lot of activity, a lot of shuffle at the top. As someone who is in the race for a lot of these prizes, for a lot of this attention, what are you thinking watching the title change? Obviously for some bad reasons, but to have a good event following it and whatnot. Like what are your thoughts, and where do you see your openings in getting in this mix?
Opening and me getting in the mix is one. Constant keep doing what I'm doing, and when I get in the cage, automatically showcase what I'm actually worth. Meaning knockouts, making them all exciting, beating the top competitors that they feel like it's better than me, or that they feel that's on the top of the range. Even coming down to a point of having a rematch with the last opponent that I ended up having. And my apologies,
Oh,
everybody.
it's all good, man.
I have people. Right. Yeah, everybody's loud over here. My bad. So the whole thing is that me trying to keep it entertaining and keeping it exciting. Just like right now we have Cejudo. He's the new guy that's in our weight class, and he's trying to end up taking over. And he ended up fighting a great opponent. Just that opponent that he fought hasn't actually seen past second round. He's always beating all the people that he ends up facing in the first round. So when it kind of came down to that second round, his tank was basically already out the window. Because everybody that he has fought, he beat in the first round. So it's like a whole new world to him. The way I look at it, for the past year, if you already look at the past 3 fights. But we got Sterling, which is he's also exciting. So that would be somebody I would definitely love to end up fighting in the future. And to be honest, you're probably gonna have 4 more fights until I end up seeing myself at the top. Literally 4 more fights. And it's gonna be probably after this one, they'll set me off with another one where I'm aiming for out of the country, and then I'll probably even test the waters at 45 just to play with it a little bit. And me going up to 45 will end up showing a little bit more worth as in I'm down to throw, and I'm here to fight type thing. So it'll end up boosting my whole backsties of me being the man that they want at the belt. Because at the end of the day, it ends up coming down as what the people want. People want, it ends up becoming what the people end up voting for. Who should be the next title holder? Who's the one that brings excitement? Just like right now, Conor McGregor, even though he lost, the dude holds so much weight. He holds so much value, Or even Darren Till, after his 2 losses. They're really speaking of him fighting for the belt not too long ago, It's all about value and what the people love. And Darren Till brings excitement. Conor brings excitement. And I want to be the guy that brings excitement. How you end up looking at it. You bring excitement, people love you. When people love you, doors open even wider. That's how you look at it.
Mhm. All right, so obviously you're about the entertainment, you're about the excitement, and you understand the showmanship aspect to everything. But as a competitor in the bantamweight division, what are your take on the possibility that the champion might be going back to flyweight, might be going up to featherweight, and kind of holding that title hostage potentially?
That I honestly end up seeing that. It's possible it's gonna end up happening, but where I look at it is it's like when time flies, or when it's your time, you know. Because no one ends up understanding this story because literally the John Jones Las Vegas fight. I saw both of the people, Cejudo and Moraes. If I'm saying his wrong or his name wrong, I apologize. But I seen them both at the UFC PI. walking in. And I promise you, Moraes, or how you pronounce his dang name, he ended up giving me the most dirtiest look in the world. Like, it was like a full stare down, like, I know you're in my weight class and I'll be seeing you. It's like one of those type of looks, like, you'll be seeing me, I'll be seeing you. Let's just automatically have this down, this whole stare down. But yeah, he looked at me like so dirty and up and down that my brother caught it. And I thought I was tripping, but it was like, bro, I was like, no, he was really like, he don't like you. And then it was like the same thing with Cejudo. Like, I ended up catching him after I got done doing my like training. I went in the whole therapy room. He was in there or coming out, and he also like looked me up and down before he said what's up to me. But it's like one of those like things like, we are going to see each other. No matter how you end up looking at it, doesn't matter how long you hold the belt or you don't hold the belt, there's going to come a moment that your time will end up meeting. Just like in my eyes, I see me ended up fighting Max. Like, like I honestly do see that. Me going toe to toe with Max in the upcoming future, probably like 2021, probably me and Max going at it, even Brian Ortega. Like, I end up seeing all this. Why? Because in my eyes, you guys, or basically people place you on this old pedestal. So I gotta knock people off their high horse. Because, they're claiming that as in they're the best, and I feel like I'm the best. So obviously we're gonna have to end up seeing each other once or soon in the future, So holding a hostage doesn't mean nothing. Hiding doesn't really mean nothing, because eventually you're gonna have to come out. You're gonna have to come outside. You're gonna have to see me eventually. And that's how I feel about anybody and everybody.
All right. So, is it almost feel like a badge of honor to, go into the PI just to go and get your workout on, and the champions and the top contenders are staring you down, looking at you, like you're next up. How does that feel?
It feels amazing. I promise you. Because like at first it's like me, I'm like one of those like nonchalant. Cause I'm not a good shit talker, anyways. So it's like if they start talking, like I won't even know what to say or anything. So for me, to automatically catch that vibe, or me ignoring it, and then the vibe follows up, and then eventually, catches up to me. It's a whole blind side. Like, oh shit, or my bad for cursing. But yeah,
Oh, you
it's like,
good,
oh
bro.
man, it's like, dang, this dude really was looking at me up and down, or oh, I am gonna end up fighting him. Like certain people, we're just so cool. We're just end up talking. At the end of the day, it's business. We know that it's business. It's a business type of deal. So why should we even honestly like argue, or let's do this like mad stare down, or I don't like you? Like, if anybody walks up and says they don't like me, it's kind of like really like bonkers type thing. Like, oh yeah, I don't like Andre. Like, okay, why? What did he do to you? Nothing. I just don't like him. You can't say I talk shit, because I don't talk shit. I'm not good at it. So, and well, he's like probably be like, oh yeah, he beat one of my teammates. But even off of that, it's business. Like, do you really get mad off of that? Like they got some people that beat some of my teammates, and then they'll come by me and they'll be like, hey man, I'm a big fan, and it's like, oh yeah, appreciate that. But I can't be like, hey, I can't talk to you because you just beat my brother over here, or something like that. No, it's a way of life. This is what we all ended up signing up for. We know the outcome of the thing. You win, you lose, you draw. I end up looking at it. Obviously, try to aim to be better after your loss. So you shouldn't even take a loss. You should end up taking that as a W, as an alerting lesson of what not to do the next time that you jump in the cage. So everything's up in there, man.
All right. All right. So, I guess we'll close with one of the standard questions, man. So, you versus Anderson Dos Santos, man. How does this fight end? What do you see happening?
Me teaching them a lesson. It's going to be you reach, I teach. The old saying in the basketball, you reach, I teach. Fade away, that's Jordan right there. Spice. I'm just saying, swish on the buckets. But no, it's going to be one of those situations. It's either going to end up being a KO/TKO. Not sure on what round, but it's going to be exciting because I already know he's going to end up trying to push the pace, and I know he's going to end up leaving himself open, and it's going to be really up to me to honestly take advantage of what's open on or placed on the table, and I'm the type of person that's going to eat. I got to eat, because obviously you automatically hear what the saying is, I'm on a must-win streak, but every fight's a must-win. That's just how I look at it, you should win everything. So positivity, action, that's what's bringing this coming June 22nd.
All right, very, very nice. So let the people know where they can find you on social media.
Instagram, day 42. All right. I got a Twitter, but I constantly keep forgetting my name on that. So,
Yeah, it took me a while to try to find it one time. I was trying.
Hey, I promise you, I'll be getting lost too. I'll be like, hey, it's just out there. I promise you. I think it's Dre24_day, and but don't quote me. But there you go.
Don't
But you can find me
don't
off
worry.
on
I'll put the
Instagram.
Twitter in the bottom of the screen when the interview goes live. So
Perfect.
we'll
All
find you.
right.
All right, Dre. Definitely appreciate your time. Best of luck on the 22nd. Looking forward to speaking to you again, my man.